Have you ever felt like you were speaking, but no one was listening? Maybe you've whispered your pain into the silence, or maybe it was a quiet prayer in the midst of your struggles. What if I told you that even when you can't say the words, God is listening? In fact, He hears the things you haven't even spoken yet, the ache in your heart, the tired hope you're holding on to, and the dreams you thought were lost forever. Stick around and let's dive into this truth. You'll be surprised at how close God really is, even in your most silent moments. Sometimes, it feels like you're walking through life carrying burdens no one else can see. There's a quiet ache in your heart, the kind of hurt that words can't quite capture. You've had those nights where you've cried in silence, unsure if your tears are being noticed by anyone. You might have asked yourself, does God still hear me? Does He hear the deep, unspoken things I carry? Well, let me tell you something important today. God hears you. He hears the things you can't say aloud, the things that echo quietly in your soul. The ache you feel, the weariness of holding on to hope when it feels like you're barely hanging on, the dreams that seem distant or forgotten, God hears every single one of them. You might think that the longer you go without answers, the less God is paying attention. But that couldn't be farther from the truth. Just because it feels silent doesn't mean He's not listening. God's attention doesn't waver even in your silence. He's not waiting for you to get your words just right, to craft the perfect prayer number. He hears what you can't say. The times when you've been too tired to speak, the moments when you've questioned whether He's still there, He was listening all along. You've questioned if God still hears, you wondered if your voice is still reaching Him, but I'm here to remind you that He does. Every whisper of your heart, every silent prayer, every tear that has fallen, He has seen. And even in your doubts, even when you feel like you've lost your way or your dreams are fading, He is closer than you think. God never turns away from the cries of His children, and He never forgets the ones who are weary. It's easy to get caught up in the waiting. It's easy to think that if you don't see the answers right away, maybe you're not being heard. But God's response isn't always in the form of immediate solutions or answers to our questions. Sometimes it's simply the assurance that He is there. Sometimes it's the quiet peace that settles in your heart, reminding you that you are seen, heard, and loved exactly as you are, even when the words don't come. So if you've been struggling with that quiet ache, that tired hope, or those dreams that seem too far out of reach, remember this: God is listening. He hears you even when you feel unheard. He knows your pain, your longing, and your need for Him. You are never alone in your silence. If you've ever doubted whether God hears you, I want to encourage you today to hold on. His ear is always turned towards you. His heart is always with you. And even when you feel like you've said everything or even nothing at all, He is there ready to respond in ways you might not even expect. So take a moment today to rest in that truth. You are heard, you are loved, and God is near. I know it's tough sometimes, but take comfort in knowing that your voice is never lost in the silence. If you feel like God isn't listening, remind yourself that He's listening more than you realize. To hear more about how God is always present in your life, be sure to subscribe to our channel, God Within Moments, and stay tuned for more messages of hope, faith, and love. Remember, you are never alone.